Get this. I can, lo and behold. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Konnichiwa, konbawa, konnichiwa. I already said that. Ohayo gozaimasu. So thank you for everybody for joining. It's Ohio in the morning there in Tokyo, and it's afternoon here in Los Angeles. And we're going to have a conversation that's going to bridge this side of the Pacific as well. Very often we're bridging from Japan to other parts of Asia or certainly Australia, and we'll continue to do that. But today we have a special guest from the Arizona Commerce Authority who's going to talk a little bit about the new office that they have in Tokyo and also some of the synergies and some of the segments that are hopefully will be important for you. I'd like to do, before we get started with that conversation, I'd like to turn over the program to Kaoru Nishinakagawa, who is our advisory board chair, both for Tokyo and for Sydney. She's got an extraordinary background working with companies both in Japan and in Australia and helping them start up. And as we talked about yesterday and confirmed, her work largely is helping companies that are looking for strategy, are looking for ways to break through in their global expansion. She has a semiconductor background. She's got a lot of interest and some experience in space and many other market segments. And so, Kaoru, thank you for your leadership. How would you like to kick us off today? The overall program would be some comments from you about what's going on in our world. Then we'll turn it over to Hashimoto-san and have him speak, and then we'll do a roundtable to finish up the hour.
For sure. Thank you, Doug. Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kaoru, if I haven't met you before. Like Doug mentioned, I think my career is spread into two in Japan and Australia, almost 50-50. So I would like to say I understand both the world. But obviously, I've been in Australia for the last 15 years. So I know more about Australia these days. I have to say, overall, Australia is like, as you may know, in southern hemisphere. So we already finishing with summer. Temperatures really getting better here. Finally, it was a very sticky summer this year, surprising in Sydney, but becoming like a more fall-like, and we're gonna lose daylight saving soon. So we try to enjoy the evening as long as possible. But economy-wise, Australia is obviously affected by these things going on in the world, obviously as it all affecting everyone else. And petrol prices like skyrocketed like 50% more than last 2 weeks ago. And just our inflation is actually increasing a little bit, unfortunately, and the cash rate is increased to 4.1%. So bank interest rates going up a little bit as well. And the inflation is going to be expected to be around 5 to 5.5% towards the mid-year. So we are a little bit battling with it, but good side is probably EV is becoming a popular choice again, because it was actually losing a little bit momentum in Australia because the infrastructure issues. However, now because of petrol price, people still looking at a EV price. That might be the industry doing well the most currently in Australia. So we are looking for I think Australia has a resilient economy, and now the resource materials are again the most important things in the world. So Australia is a big exporter of those resources. So probably still have a lot of energy conserved to survive this volatile economy. But yeah, Australia have to also transform that economy from just resource exporting to the smarter technology-based economy. And yeah, I think Australia is really catching up with that. And Australia, Japan has a very strong relationship and tie economically and politically, especially the defense area. So space is one area we want to work together well. Australia is a very late bloomer in terms of space industry. The space agency was built in only 2018. So still a lot of catching up to do, but we are geographically placed well. So we are renting space to JAXA, sometime too. So I think there's a lot we can do together. That's gonna just probably to boost the economy and also increase the tie political as well among Japan, Australia, and also the US as we've been just working well together. So today I'm very excited to hear a lot of story from just Hashimoto-san, and really good to hear different perspective from someone who's been in the US because we are ally, so it's very important to hear what's going on in the world. So yeah, looking forward to the session. Thank you.
That sounds great. There's a person in the audience I'd like to make sure that everybody knows. Shin Suzuki has been on the advisory board for Global Chamber Tokyo. He's someone that helps companies from other countries come into Japan, and the expertise he has been developed over many decades. He has particular expertise in the construction and more advanced manufacturing fields, including automotive and semiconductor and anything requiring manufacturing. He's got a long experience with that. He's lived in the United States as well. Suzuki-san, could you just say hi? And I'll bet you've got some things you're working on right now in this particular economy that are interesting. Any observations you'd like to share just to say hi?
Yeah, sure. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Shin Suzuki. Thank you so much for the introduction. Nice introduction, Dag-san. It's been a pleasure working with you. Well, economy in Japan is doing okay. Of course, obviously it has been affected by the world, what's going on. So I also have Japanese companies who wanted to export from Japan. For those, good news is that, well, I'm not sure. Japanese yen is so weak, has been so weak against other currency, USD, Euro, and others. So it's kind of good opportunity. It's kind of good timing for Japanese companies who wanted to export from Japan to overseas. Meantime, Japanese economy is doing okay or doing some good, depending on what degree you are looking at it. But I'm both ways and happy to be here. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Suzuki-san. I'd like to now shift to our key speaker. Although, if you don't mind, if I could take a moment, Jeff Dar, I notice, is also here. Jeff Dar is an attorney. He's on our advisory board for Global Chamber Los Angeles. And more than that, he's our board chair emeritus. He basically had the role as board chair in Los Angeles for several years when we went from like one person on the board to now over 30, I believe, that we have on the board. And we've had a growth of number of members into the hundreds now through Jeff's leadership. He's deeply connected in not just Los Angeles, but all across California and around the world. He is an attorney who works in over 30 countries, and he's spent some time in Japan as well as part of that work. Jeff, do you have a moment to say hi?
Yes, certainly. Hello, everybody. And with respect to Japan, I was there Thanksgiving, actually speaking at Japan International Arbitration Week. I'm a arbitrator on the international panel for the Japan Commercial Arbitration Association. So I have more than just a passing connection with Japan. I think it was my fifth time speaking in Japan, including three times in Osaka. So it was my second time speaking in Tokyo. And my practice centers on, as Doug mentioned, helping people navigate through different cultures and disputes and dispute avoidance in particular when it comes to doing cross-border business. I've enforced Japanese judgments around the world and U.S. judgments in Japan. I have a number of Japanese clients. I work with a large number of Japanese prominent law firms and lawyers. And so it's great to be here. And Japan always is a special place because I do have a part of my active practice. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Jeff. Appreciate you. Let's now switch to a conversation between Japan and Arizona. It's been very heartfelt for us, an important aspect for Global Chamber, because the Japan government came to us 5 or 6 years ago and said that they wanted to encourage more Japanese companies to go right to Arizona rather than always land in California. Not anything necessarily against California, just that they had seen that with the investment in Arizona by TSMC, that would draw a lot of business opportunity for Japanese companies. So we started the Semiconductor Summit, the Global Chamber Semiconductor Summit 5 years ago, with the sponsorship of the Japanese government to encourage Japanese companies to come to Arizona, to encourage them to understand it. So it's now gotten to the point where Japanese companies know a lot more about Arizona, but it's still something that needs to be done and communicated. And so Hashimoto-san, he goes by the name of Tom in English, has been chosen to be the representative for Arizona in Tokyo. And so, Hashimoto-san, thank you so much for speaking today. We work with your peer and someone that you work with, Fernando Garcia, here on the Arizona side, and we're very happy to be connected to you now on the Tokyo side. What would you like to share today? I understand you have about a 15-minute presentation. We'll have time for Q&A, and then we'll finish up this hour with a roundtable. Welcome to Global Chamber.
Oh, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to talk about Arizona. Maybe you know the various parts of Arizona better than I. I will give you some the information how much Arizona economy is booming and why. Let me share my slides.
Could you tell a little bit about your background
Okay.
after you share the slides, of course? And I'll put Hashimoto-san's LinkedIn profile in the chat area as well. Tsutomu Hashimoto,
Yeah.
Tom, going by Tom. He has worked not just at ACA, but he previously was a senior consultant at Tractus Japan. He's been an advisor to Jetro and a general manager of Sumitomo Corporation. He's a graduate of University of Tokyo with a bachelor's degree in liberal arts.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for your introduction. Can you see the slides?
We can. State of growth.
Yes. 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 As Doug introduced, I worked for Sumitomo Corporation for many years, and I stationed in many countries, including the United States, in Michigan, Detroit. So some of them, yeah, the same place.
Okay.
What years were you in Detroit by any chance?
I was in Detroit 1997 to 2003.
You were there with Suzuki-san and me.
Okay, the same period.
So you went to Nipponkai on 14 Mile.
Yeah. And Sakura and
Small world.
Okay. Yeah, so let me talk about Arizona, the current situation. I'm a director of Arizona Trade and Investment Office in Japan, which is a Japan office of Arizona Commerce Authority, ACA. ACA is one of the main functions is to attract new businesses to Arizona and expand the existing Arizona business and create. This means kind of the encouragement to startups to create new businesses in Arizona. So ACA provides a one-stop solution to various the industries and companies. Arizona Commerce Authorities international footprint is like this. 7 countries globally. And in the case of Japan, the office was established in September last year. So the Japan office is quite new. Because of the semiconductor business, companies are looking at opportunities in Arizona because of TSMC's huge investments in Arizona facilities. So the Taiwan, in Asia, Taiwan and Korea. So they are also very active, especially Taiwan, very active to do business in Arizona and with Arizona. So you may know a lot of investments since 2020, $210 billion were committed to be invested in Arizona for semiconductor the industry. So $210 billion is a big amount. And out of that, TSMC investment is a greater part of that committed investment. This is a media, the articles, $100 billion investment in Arizona. So this is additional in the investment. $65 billion was original the investment, and then $100 billion was added. So total $165 billion by TSMC. Semicon West, you know about that. The over the last 50 years, Semicon West took place in Bay Area of San Francisco. So it is the biggest semiconductor exhibition event. Last 50 years, only in California, only in San Francisco Bay Area. But last year, first time outside of San Francisco, it took place in Phoenix in October 2025. This is a first event outside of San Francisco. And this year, 2026, it will go back to San Francisco. And then 2027 comes back to Arizona. So take a turn between San Francisco and Phoenix. So the semiconductor, the industry is booming and the biggest industrial sector in Arizona. But beyond that, there are many industries, strong industries available in Arizona. Aerospace and defense, this is the strong industry in Arizona. They are looking at export of products and services from Arizona to Japan. In June, we are planning to have a aerospace and defense trade mission from Arizona to Japan. So several companies will come to Japan to try to export and cultivate the Japanese market for this industry. And automotive, batteries, energy storage, and the bioscience, also bioscience, healthcare is strong because of big the hospital systems and research universities. Mayo Clinics is one of the biggest, and Arizona State University and the University of Arizona in Tucson also very high-level research the organization. And it's not shown here, but mining is also the very strong copper mining, and some companies are even looking at smelting operation in Arizona as well. Export $32 billion. It's a little old, the statistics, 2024. The out of $32 billion, Japan takes well, not much, $1.3 billion, but still it's seventh place following Taiwan. And Arizona's import, the $42 billion, so more import than export. Japan is a number 5 position. Basically a machinery. So the Arizona is attracting people from other parts of the United States as well as from overseas countries. The Maricopa County is a number 1, largest growing county. Phoenix Metro also growing. And the Phoenix City is the 5th largest city in the United States. New York, Los Angeles, Chicago, and Houston, and Phoenix. Few Japanese people know Phoenix is such a big city. And the strong part of Arizona is its education system and research. There are 3 state universities. Arizona State University is the biggest in Arizona, maybe 400,000 students there. And the research capability is very high. And the University of Arizona in Tucson also very strong in the field of aerospace, bioscience, and others. And Northern Arizona University in the Flagstaff. It's a little small, but also good at some semiconductor, bioscience, and other areas. So the Arizona is very friendly to business. The economic development performance, Maricopa County. Maricopa County is Phoenix and other surrounding area. The number 1 performance. Tax structure is friendly to business. 2.5% flat income tax, not progressive. And 4.9% corporate income tax. And no franchise tax, no business inventory tax, no other taxes. So overall, some states has no income tax, but these other taxes are imposed. So in overall, Arizona is very competitive. It's one of the lowest tax burden, even in the southern parts of the USA. The incentive programs are available, especially this qualified facility, qualified quality jobs, and sales tax exemption. These are incentives given to qualified investments. Qualified means typically new jobs above a certain average salary. So as you know, Arizona is a very a strategic located area. You can see 86 million people, consumers, available within 1 day trucking radius. So consumers available, industries available, and close to Mexico and even close to ports, West Coast. So it's a strategically important and competitive location. And the infrastructure strong in Arizona. Best large U.S. airport, Phoenix Sky Harbor, and the best bridges in the U.S. And broadband infrastructure is strong as well. So your perception may be Arizona is a desert, but actually the Arizona good amount of water is available. That's why TSMC and Intel, other semiconductor company, chose Arizona as a manufacturing place because semiconductor industries requires a lot of good quality water. Arizona, the east-north area, Rocky Mount, the mountain plateau, there are the snows and the rains there. So the underground water available, river water available, and the recycling of water is very stringent, required. So proactive water conservation laws, require companies to recycle the used waters. So today, Arizona uses less water than it did in 1957. So the population increased 6 times, economy increased 16 times, but water usage is even less than 70 years ago. And this weather is very friendly to business. The last 5 years, Phoenix, Tucson didn't have any disasters. The other states, the Texas, some the disasters. But in Arizona, no disaster, no hurricane, no earthquakes, no floodings. So it's good for a business, the infrastructure. Also reliable energy, power, it's a very stable and low cost, and renewable energy, 44% of the total generation is the renewable. So for Japanese companies, so Japanese expats, can get a good quality of life in Arizona. Arizona is the most affordable large city in the United States. So living cost is low, Many places to go. 300 days, sunny days in Phoenix. So the Japanese expats can enjoy the life in Arizona. Golf course, 370 golf course around the year. Summertime very hot, but the good courses to play golf. Japanese people love playing golf, and the hospitals available. The commuting time, average commuting time is 26 minutes in Phoenix metro area. So easy to commute. Yeah, it's good for even expats. Okay, that's all from my side. If you have any questions, please ask. Thank you.
Thank you. Love to open up the gallery for folks. Probably, Kaoru, you need to go first because that four-letter word, golf, probably is very appealing for you.
Yeah, I already knew it's Arizona is a golf heaven, Just I visited before, 2 years ago maybe. I didn't get to play golf, but even the winter, it was December, but it was a perfect day and yeah, it was a beautiful place and I really want to go back and play golf next time. But yeah, I didn't know a couple of things. Obviously, number five biggest city in the US, like you mentioned, I had no idea.
Yeah.
And then that's awesome. And I knew it's that sunny, but it's more than 300 days of sunny there. And one thing I wanted to ask, what do you export to Netherlands? That they were number two or three for exporting destination. Is that to ASML or whatever, it's a semiconductor related? It was
Yeah,
the
semiconductor related.
I
So
understood.
devices,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a bit surprised to see. Yeah, it's just but yeah, it's overall very informative. I really enjoyed your presentation because I like to learn and I like bit of numbers too, and also just experience and insights from your experience too. So yeah, it's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you very much. Alexandra Scott is in the call, and Alexandra has experience, a graduate of Pomona College. She's had an internship at Global Chamber. She worked at Global Chamber. She's working with Global Chamber. She's also in Yokohama getting deep dive experience in being Japanese in business and the language and the culture in every way. And so Alexandra wants to stay in Japan. And Alexander, are you able to say hi? And you can relate to Arizona, can't you?
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Doug, for the introduction. And yes, pleasure to meet you, Hashimoto-san. I'm currently studying in Yokohama as a full-time language student, at Stanford's Inter-University Center for Language Studies. But I do have a pretty tight connection with Arizona as it's where I was born and raised.
Oh,
Um,
really?
yeah, I'm originally from Arizona. My family still lives in Arizona,
Ah,
so. I think growing up, as I'm like Nikkei Amerikaji on my mom's side, growing up as someone with a Japanese background in Arizona, there was not a lot of Japanese influence when I was growing up there. And it's been really cool to see how people, Japanese companies and Japanese organizations have started to come into Arizona. And that's something that I love to see just because I love seeing my city grow, and especially gaining more connections with Japan. So I'd love to connect after this meeting as well, just to, learn more about the initiatives that are taking place in Japan or in Arizona with
yeah.
regard to
Okay.
Japan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alexandra. Does anybody have any other questions or comments or thoughts about what Hashimoto-san presented?
橋本さん、橋本さん、
Yeah, yeah, yeah. レイモンさん、
おはようございます。
おはようございます。
お久しぶりですね。
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So one of the things you may want to add to your slide deck is the fact that there is a school for expatriates to enroll their kids in so that they can keep up with Japanese or learn Japanese as they moved over here. So it's Arizona Gakuen. It's located in Mesa, but at the last event, I think Doug mentioned the big MOU letter signing between um, some of the organizations and ACA and ASU and Greater Phoenix Economic Council and the Japanese Consulate General came over for the signing. There was a lady there from that's the principal of Arizona Gakuen, and she's saying that they're also going to open up a second campus. They're looking at it on the west side, so you would have two campuses, one in Mesa in the East Valley, and then over in the west side, maybe Glendale or I don't know, Surprise or someplace over there. But the fact that you have expatriates would be able to still have their kids go to a Japanese school, keep up with the language and learning Japanese is kind of an important thing. So just may want to add that to your slide deck.
Okay, okay. Yes, I will
It's
do
good to
that.
see you.
Yeah,
I was just talking about you yesterday, so I need to get together with you and Kevin.
yeah.
But
As
Jason,
Raymond-san said, the JETRO, ACA, GPEC. GPEC is Greater
Greater,
Phoenix Economic Council.
Greater Phoenix Economic Council, GPAC.
Right.
Yeah.
And the ASU, Arizona State University, the concluded MOU for a collaboration for economic growth and talent development. In this month, early part of March, they concluded MOU. And additionally, Kumamoto Prefecture, the Kaohsiung city, which is Taiwan city, Kaohsiung city, and Arizona, a governor's office, concluded another MOU because Kumamoto, TSMC Kumamoto plant there, Kaohsiung also TSMC. So TSMC related three regions or city concluded MOU for mutual a collaboration in this month. So two MOUs this month.
Jason Ball is in the room as well. I'm not sure he has too much experience with Arizona, but he's got a lot of experience with Japan, and he may be the most connected gaijin in Japan, and he's also got experience with Australia as well. Jason, can you say hi? And is there any reaction to what you heard today?
Hey, how you going? Yeah, good for Arizona. It sounds welcoming to Japanese firms and others. So yeah, not a great lot to say there, other than I hope the world can continue normally, doing business normally with what's going on. There's certainly in Australia, there's great concern about the flow of oil to diesel fuel and fertilizer are the big things. But in semicon, the big issue is helium. Something like over 50% of the world's helium comes through the Strait of Hormuz. And without helium, the manufacturing process of many, many chips from AI to smartphones can't happen. It's a critical thing in the process, and there's no replacement for it. It's been a bottleneck, risky thing for decades, and they've been trying to find an alternative. And you can't store it. It doesn't store well. You have to basically take it out of the ground and get it to where you need it as quick as possible. So I don't know how TMC are going to go with that new plant, but it sounds like there's a good program to attract business to Arizona, and wish them well.
It's a good point. Thank you very much. Mariam Fala is on our advisory board for Global Chamber Tokyo, and she is herself works both in corporate world and she also is in the startup world. Mariam, do you have any reaction and any update that you would like to share? Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Doc, for the opportunity. So, actually, just to say something to Hashimoto-san, I'm originally with Mitsubishi-san also. And one of the businesses that I have been working on, it was managing actually our companies and affiliates in Arizona related to like machineries for construction, mining, those kind of things. So I think that's also big market there. So because it's also close to Mexico and in the US also, it can connect better to good states and cities that they need the services. So that was very interesting to hear your story. Thank you for sharing that. And also what I'm doing actually here right now. So I'm from the corporate world and also dealing with the startup world recently here in Japan since 2024. And I'm trying to help the companies, especially for navigating and bringing more foreign talents to Japan, help them with the integration, with actually optimizing the whole operation that they have by reducing the workload of the HR. So I'm in this mission of helping the Japanese companies and maybe also the international companies in Japan. At the same time, also building some sort of like network between Japanese people, community of Japanese people, and also foreigners together. So not only having the community of foreigners because we have a lot of them here in Japan, as a foreigner here, I need also to get closer to Japanese people. So this is actually what we're doing. And it was about 10 days ago that I had an event that we had about 50 actual attendees, and I can say most of them were Japanese. So that's a great thing that they are interested to get connected to foreigners and foreign talents in Japan. Yes, so this is from me.
Thank you very much, Mariam. Congratulations on the event for sure. Look forward to collaborating with you going forward.
Of course.
When is
Of
the
course,
next
yeah.
one?
So for the next one, we have to discuss actually with the potential with the partner that we are doing it together, and we can also discuss it all together. So
Okay.
not only with Body Miyabi, but let's do it all together with Global Chamber. So probably we can maybe do something in May. That would
Okay.
be great.
But
Yes.
Jason Ball, what's your plan for next event? Are you still there?
I am. Next event probably early July, first week of July. That's assuming aviation fuel allows us to get there. But it's been booked, so I'll be there between June 27th and July 11th. I'm just deciding on the day for the next blend Tokyo. Not sure if we'll do an Osaka event this time. We may, but I'm there with my family, so limited to how much time I've got to go down to Osaka.
Great.
But happy to have Global Chamber featured as a sponsor, and if anyone is wanting to speak from Global Chamber at the event, we can give them some minutes to introduce themselves.
Thankfully, the first person to do that was Alexandra, I think. And so she made a good
Nice.
impression on Jason and on everybody. So Alexandra, that was even before you were as good as you are now,
Oh,
in general.
no.
Oh my God.
No, gosh, thank you, Doug. But yeah, no, I had a pleasure speaking, and actually, I'm planning to be here in Japan until I plan to take the JLPT in July on July 5th, and then I think I have a flight out back to America July 8th. So if your event happens to fall at a time when I'm still here, I'd love to attend for sure.
Great.
Fantastic.
July.
We have about 5 minutes left, and so I'll just open up the floor to anybody else that has either comments or thoughts. I know I see Christopher, and you do a lot of work with Japanese companies. Is there anybody that has either a comment about the world, about your activities, something you'd like to announce, or anything else?
Well, I just want to say hello. This has been a wonderful meeting. I was once in Tucson and it rained the entire time. So in my mind, Tucson is this wet swamp where it's always raining, but That's just my strange view of things. I'm an executive English language teacher, and I specialize in working with speakers of Japanese, and I work with the Japanese accent, and I have been doing this for 20 years. And I am looking to make contact with the HR departments of Japanese companies whose people speak English, but they need accent help and they need understandability help. And my company is called beautifulamericanenglish.com, and I would be delighted to be in touch with companies that might be interested or individuals. I have enjoyed this meeting very, very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Christopher's worked at the New York Times, and so he's got just an amazing background with really high quality organizations and high quality people. And so thank you for the work that you do now. Jeff Darr is
Thank you.
also a high quality guy, super quality. Jeff, you have your hand raised. What's going on?
Oh, just wanted to mention, in case it's of interest, anyone's more on the legal side, because I'm a lawyer. I am actually currently organizing with the Daiichi Tokyo Bar and the Osaka Bar two conferences. It'll both be the first week of November, and more details to come. Probably November 5, 6 in Osaka, and November 3, I think, is the date for Tokyo. So just want to share that. And I'll just make a comment on the Arizona initiative. I wish the state of California, which is, of course, the fourth largest economy, maybe it doesn't feel as needy to promote itself, but it doesn't promote itself. It has a trade desk they opened up, I think, in 2023 in Tokyo, no offices. So I applaud the Arizona effort. I wish I can get California to do so. It is what it is. California has an interesting history of having offices, not having offices, as some of you or all of you may know well. So I applaud the Arizona initiative, very smart, and probably will be definitely worth the investment of time and resources. So I applaud it. Thank you,
Jeff. I'll mention, and then we'll get close to closing the room unless someone has something else. Our next event related to Japan at Global Chamber is in Los Angeles on May 14th at Japan House with the support of JETRO and of the Consul General in Los Angeles. It is a conversation about Tokyo to LA to New York. And so it's business across Japan to the US, but the major cities. And so it's a conversation with some experts on business there. And so definitely that is not up yet in terms of information. We're finalizing the details. It's a collaboration. It's a Global Chamber event, but it's a collaboration with the people that I mentioned and CBIZ, which is the seventh largest accounting firm in the United States, and their Los Angeles office. Does anybody else have anything before we close the room? Would everyone please join me in thanking Hashimoto-san for a great presentation, very professional.
Thank you very much.
It helps when there's good quality content, right? If you were talking about North Dakota or South Dakota, we would be a little bit less interested, even though it would be you. Now, I'm from New York State, and there's a lot in New York as well, and there's a lot in Texas, and so there's a lot of really good states. But Arizona is hot in many different ways right now, and TSMC basically set the future in a very positive way by selecting Arizona, and we all will benefit from that, including Japanese companies. So thank you for your diligence and thoroughness and professionalism in sharing today, and thank you all for sharing today. Our next conversation is a month from now. It's usually the last Friday of the month, and so let's meet again then. Have a great day in Japan. And for those of you here on the US side, have a great dinner and a great rest of your evening. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
ありがとうございました。
はい、ありが
Good
とうござい
job.
まし
Good
た。
job. Good job, Tom-san.
Oh, thank you, Raymond-san. Thank you.
よろしくお願いします。
パクさん、ありがとう。はい。
Hey Ray, how do you guys know each other? Was it from your previous days?
No, I knew that they opened the office. I happened to be in Japan and I reached out to him and said, "Hey, let's have a cup of coffee while I'm in Tokyo."
Oh, okay. So you had a cup of coffee in Tokyo somewhere.
Yeah, but I can't tell you where.
Okay. Very good. Thanks,
It's a
guys.
secret.
Take care.
Thank you.
All
Bye.
right. See you, Tom.